making history tonight because tonight is the first time 2-day SummerSlam. Yay! 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 Yay!
What? Holy shit! Oh my God! It's the Beast! It's the Beast! The Beast is back! Brock Lesnar! Brock Lesnar! Brock Lesnar! And at SummerSlam!
Checking one of the hardest things, though, that I've ever had to deal with as my world came crumbling down in front of me. As the air was drained right out of that room, I had to look across the ring, look into that front row, and watch I had to watch the tears run down my little girl's face. And I knew that at that moment I had to put everything that I was going through aside so that I could be a father and go comfort my little girl. As I held her in my arms and I told her that everything was gonna be okay, she looked at me dead in my face, in my eyes, and she said, "Papi, I know, because you're gonna get him next time." And listen, I lived 30 minutes away from that arena, and those were the longest 30 minutes of my entire life driving in silence. But when I looked in that rearview mirror, and I looked into her face, I knew exactly what needed to be done. The same way I made a promise to her, I'm making a promise tonight to each and every one of you here. It's not a matter of if, but only a matter of when. I will step through these ropes. I will stand in the middle of this ring and mark my words. I will be TNA World Champion.
Because you know what, Becky? I see right through you. You are that same insecure, little scared girl that came into this division.
Oh, okay. Do not talk about me and my hot husband. Me and my hot husband are the greatest wrestling couple of all time. But wait a minute, at one point that would have been you and your... Oh wait, you can't see him anymore.
In 3, 2, 1, clap.
Huh?
Benoit balls.
I still think Kevin Sullivan did it.
I'm Aubrey Edwards. I'm not a wrestler.
Tony's quick sniffs of the week.
No, just my dickhead friends causing concussions and shit. Alright, never mind.
There's barbecue sauce. So good, half the face don't work.
with Hogan that close up on the fucking camera reminds me of my racist uncle. I know you ain't listening, but you know who you are, you fucking racist.
Uncle Oh my God, for real, don't tell me that's his name. Oh, no way. I was kidding. I swear to God. It was just the first thing that came to my head. It was the first thing.
Welcome to the Top of Wrestling with your hosts ODM and the Professor.
Good Wrestling Day. Welcome on back to the Top of Wrestling podcast. I am the Professor Mark Fantasia. He is ODM Joe Rizzo. And together we bring you weekly news. We got results, much like SummerSlam this past weekend. A 2-night show. Was it a banger? Was it a dud? We'll get into it. We have Bring It to the Table. We got Reliving the Monday Night Wars 25 years later. And today's top topic, we step into a completely weird universe of Kevin Smith's mind. It is the Jay and Silent Bob universe. We're going to break down some of the their movies in our movie of the week, if you will. ODM, how the fuck are you, sir?
I'm doing outstanding. Happy to be here. I'm excited about this one, and of course, this is the one we've got to rush through because you actually have to adult tonight. Meanwhile, Mrs. ODM's out for dinner, so it's just me and the boy, and we're going to stuff our faces like fat asses, and it's going to be a fun night. So, but you know what wasn't?
House hunting's a bitch.
But you know what wasn't fun?
Which night?
Both. Yes. Have some.
All right, I will. Okay, yes, I agree and I disagree. There are some things I liked out of both nights, and there are some things I hated out of both nights. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get into SummerSlam first. Let's just dabble into a little bit of news first. All right, this isn't giving anything away from SummerSlam. You're not coming to this show to get your SummerSlam results, I hope. And if you are, God bless you. But yes, Brock Lesnar is back. And the internet is completely divided due to the ongoing trial for Janelle Grant. Of course, where Vince basically told Janelle Brock would like to basically break you in half by fucking you. Or, so many words. And it would kind of be a part of, I think, Brock's contract or something. Yeah, like
basically,
that.
And the texts have resurfaced. We read them when they first initially dropped. It was Vince basically telling Janelle, I told Brock that you screwing him would be part of his new contract, and he said, no way, man, I'd break her in half, and she'd fucking dump you for me. Besides, your dick wouldn't fit inside her after I was done anyway. That's paraphrasing. That's not word for word, but it's exactly what he was saying. So there's that. I got to say something.
All right. I almost wonder if, and I got to say, this sounds fucked up, I don't know if Brock would or wouldn't have. But what I'm trying to say is, devil's advocate, what if he was like, that was his way of just kind of playing it off, being like, nah, Vince, I'm good. I don't need to get into your scandal shit.
Listen, we don't know. We don't know Brock Lesnar. But let me tell you something. I look at him, and he totally looks like the guy that would do it. He would probably say to Vince, hey, have you shit on her head yet?
Okay, so...
And you know what a mark I am for Brock Lesnar.
I get it. Well, and from what I'm seeing is, this is just for, I think mainly just for John Cena. John wanted him to be a part of his...
I saw some bullshit report. Yeah, I saw some bullshit report, report in air quotes. I saw somebody post something about Lesnar's last match is going to be SummerSlam 2026. I don't feel like that's going to happen.
I don't think he's going to make it that far. I think he's going to do something with Cena, and probably that's it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be perfect because it'll be Clash in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Go do it over
perfect,
there.
Yeah.
And, yep. They don't care about what's going on over here for us.
They're like, we got a show.
I don't know. So, if you want to read the Janelle Grant's legal team.
Yeah, I'm actually more interested in yours. I actually took a screenshot of that, but it's a nice sense of perspective, which is lacking these days. But Janelle Grant's legal team put out a response to Brock Lesnar showing up night 2 of SummerSlam. Quote, for far too long, abuse was allowed to thrive under WWE's leadership. Instead of righting this wrong, WWE has done nothing to ensure those responsible are held accountable. This attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug will backfire. We look forward to the full set of facts, including those about Mr. Lesnar, coming out in a court of law where they belong, end quote.
Well, and I hate to use these words, all right? Again, I'm going to play devil's advocate both sides. Innocent until proven guilty, right? I mean, that is what we kind of go with. But then that's double standards with WWE because, Enzo Amore is cleared of his name. Why is he not back? Or, what's his name?
Alberto Del
Jones.
Patron.
Well, no, he deserved all that shit. He did beat.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying he's still wrestling though.
Falsely accused.
He's still wrestling.
There's that. Yeah. So it's just, again, I think it's just a money thing, and I think it's just for the Cena match. That's it. At best.
It would make sense. I don't want to get too deep in the woods. We'll talk more when we talk SummerSlam results, but I agree with you. I don't think this is a long-term thing. I don't think
Lesnar's always a one-off. No matter when he comes in, he's a one-off.
And that's why
it's his match, and you'll go back to forgetting about him.
That's why it's more exciting this way. This isn't. If this was 10 years ago, it'd be a different story. But right now, this is what he. If you're going to use Brock Lesnar, this is the way to use him.
I'm with it. I did read. What if John Cena's final match is a question mark, and it's a Saturday night's main event thing? What if his final match is against the guy who was against his first match? What if Kurt Angle answers the challenge, kind of rights the wrong of what Baron Corbin and him had at WrestleMania 35? I'll say I read this from the wrestler re-interviewed on here, Johnny Butabi. It was his idea, and I go, fuck me, that would be great. Because we all wanted it to be Cena against him at WrestleMania 35. Instead, he came out as Dr. Thuganomics and Baron Corbin shit on Angle.
Yeah.
Just saying, it'd be cool. Anyway, there was one person that did put out a tweet, and it did make me just kind of laugh. You know what I mean? Because everybody's all focused on this, and it was his Twitter handle is Casual Q, and he said Nikki Bella abused her ex-husband, Jelly Roll is an ex-con, Cardi B openly admitted to drugging and robbing men, Brock shows up and all you hoes is mad.
Nailed it.
It is funny because everybody
it's selective outrage. Selective outrage. Listen.
Which, again, with Brother Rocker, right? We're
yeah.
Like, you're right. Yeah. There's a lot more racist people. We're just giving it on one person right now.
Hey, Brother Rocker, did you know Hulk Hogan played bass before he was a wrestler?
We do now. So, speaking of Hulk Hogan, on the day he died, Vince McMahon crashed his car going 80 to 90 miles an hour into a lady named Barbara Duran. And she gave a whole big long tweet about it and showed all the pictures. Her car was fucking demolished. Jesus Christ. And it's funny because Jim Cornette, I think people were all talking about it. They're like, yeah, look, we all said we'll never ride with you. I want to see my kids again. JR included.
I love it. Just a quick side note. I've been watching a lot of the JR Cornette Inside the Ropes shoot interviews and stuff. Fantastic. Go watch that shit. It's amazing. But, yeah, it's a fucking Bentley, too. And listen, as a car guy, I'm going to sit here and tell you, a Bentley, to me, a Bentley is a car you buy. I think it was a Bentley. I'm pretty sure it was. A Bentley is a car you buy to have somebody else drive you around in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'll drive a Bentley. I'd fucking drive the shit out of a Bentley. It's like a step down from a Rolls Royce. It's not even a step down. It's just, it's.
And you know what both of those cars are? Not racing cars.
They screw pretty fast, actually. You know why though? Because here's the fucked up thing you don't know is, Bentleys and Rolls, the drivers actually have if you're going to be driving for like a really famous person, you actually have to go to a school. And those cars are meant to screw now, the newer ones, because the whole idea is if you have one of those cars, you're going to have TMZ and the paparazzi. This is not even a fucking joke, man. They teach you how to drive those fuckers. I'm serious. It's fucking crazy.
I'm laughing at that. I'm laughing at the fact that you said screw twice, and I've never heard anybody say, this car screws.
Oh, God, that's a Wheezy term. That's a Wheezy term all day. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
That's a big Wheezy term. Shout out, Wheezy. We'll talk about you later.
Well, you know what? I'll give him a shout out right now. He made me laugh my fucking ass off. Night 1 of SummerSlam. I text all you guys and I go, hey, anybody live right now? And I'll get into where I was when we get to the table. And well, I'll just tell you right now. Actually, night 1 I was out with the Godsons and all the way out in Holly. Night 2 I made it back home. But Wheezy texted and he goes, "Yep, I'm live," and I tarped off half the garage so it looks like there's a lot of people here watching.
It took me like 15 minutes to get it. I'm like,
oh really? Oh, right away I got it. I thought it was fantastic.
I think it was because I'm in his garage so often that I was trying to visualize it and it didn't make any sense. I thought he meant like he was tenting it, like he was spraying for bugs. But then, yes, I picked up on it. Sick burn.
Oh, great joke. But over the weekend, we did have 2 random new champions crowned in other companies. MJF won the light heavyweight championship in CMLL. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a cruiserweight.
Yeah, exactly. And Bully Ray, well, actually, he is. In most companies, he is. That's how small.
Is he 205?
Not exactly a big guy. I don't know. I don't know if he's 205 live. But Bully Ray, he had some shit that he said online that he had some previous beef with Zilla Fatu and how he's disrespectful backstage. I have trouble reading Bully Ray. He talks a lot of shit about people and then does business with them because he fucks with it on Busted Open, that he blurs the lines, which I can respect. And he defeated Zilla for the House of Glory Crown Jewel Championship.
Yeah, great. I mean, the only thing I'm going to focus on this is I love Bully Ray because with him you don't know. He's one of those guys that maintains kayfabe to this day.
Fair.
He has adapted to it. WWE
he hates Unreal.
Yeah. Oh, of course, so do I. The more I see of it, I fucking hate it because it's almost faker than their scripted program.
Yeah. Some of the conversations you could tell are...
Yeah. It's like The Rock going in and say, I'm going to buy candy bars for everybody because I used to steal them here. Wink, wink. It's just as fucking bad.
All right, I'll give you that. That's actually really good. This one had me laughing. Logan Paul, after night 1... Or, I'm sorry, not Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre, after night 1 of SummerSlam, put out a great tweet. It said, "Logan did a hell of a job. I may start a stable with just social media icons." And then he tagged KSI, I Show Speed, Drewski, and Mr. Beast. He said, "We'll call it the Ministry of Darkness. Except in 2025, it won't be god-awful." Guy just never stops being the best fucking internet troll. I love him for his work.
Yeah, he's got that crown. He should fucking bring back that fucking title.
he was great in the after show on SummerSlam.
Was he? Okay.
He was like, "Oh, Karma's a bitch."
Oh, you mean the one that they only did night 2 for obvious reasons?
Yeah, well, no, night 1 for obvious reasons.
Night 1, I'm sorry, my bad. Yes, night 1.
Yep. Now, speaking of, I have a hot take. This is something I was going over with Lil Jon. First of all, I absolutely, through watching SummerSlam, I've began to realize, and it's longer than that, it's been more than that, but I haven't said it yet. I hate Alicia Taylor. She is just trying to be Bitch Shay's counterpart. Yep, you're raising your hand and laughing. Okay. She's just trying to be everything that Samantha Irving was, except, ooh, but look at me, I do really cool shit with my hair.
Yeah, without the ass.
Yeah, I don't like her. I can't get on board with her. But you know who I can get on board with?
Oh, I know.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No. Kelly Kapowski 2.0?
Yes, actually. You know what? That's fantastic. That's a great way of looking at it. Jackie Redmond. I'll watch 3 hours of a pre-show with her all day long.
I hope I'm around when she can't find a place to sit.
It's funny because I said that to Lil Jon, and he sent back a picture of... what's his name? Fucking from Anchorman with him with a boner. He's like, "It's the pleats."
It's the pants.
Ron Burgundy. I was like
yeah.
Ron Swanson, but that's
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
So anyway, I just don't like Alicia Taylor, but I love Jackie Redmond.
Yeah, like I said, Kelly Kapowski, she's got the dark hair and the blue eyes, man. It's a wonderful thing. Something just sets it off, man. It's like a fucking siren song. But Alicia Taylor,
She makes
listen,
me feel like I'm I'm jumping I'm
climbing the rope in gym class. Yeah, there you go. Alicia Taylor, I don't think she's a bad announcer. I think if she tried less hard and just did it naturally, it would probably sound better. I have said several times on this podcast, and I've said it several times at Wheezy's, and I feel like I'm the only one who gets the joke, because usually I'm a fucking clown, so I'm just here to make people laugh. Dude, she looks like one of two things. The new thing that I've always said, and I've never said out loud because I'm the only nerd that would get the reference, she looks like a Final Fantasy character. Go look at like a male Final Fantasy character. Go look at like most of the protagonists through all the Final Fantasy. They all have hair like that.
The hair just like it.
But the one that I always think of, it looks like a bomb went off in her face. Because her hair's just shooting back.
It is, yeah. It's always backwards.
It's like a bomb went off in her face and her hair just went. Whoosh.
Yeah, can't get on board.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Anyway, let's get into the real stuff.
Oh, boy.
Results. SummerSlam. We had Saturday night. We had Sunday night. Saturday night, I watched it with my godsons out in Holly, and it was fun. We all had a good time. And, it's funny when you're trying to have chicken nuggets, you're on crutches, and trying to make that happen in between matches.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? That's why you need a friend there. Hook you up.
So
wait, before you get started, I'm
sorry. It
sorry.
started at 6 o'clock.
I'm taking your role. I'm cutting you off.
We're
not going to talk about our predictions and keep track because we pretty much blew every match we called on this card.
Not necessarily. I did call the exact main event for Saturday night.
Yeah, so did 90% of ESPN.
I said it last week.
Yeah, ESPN had that article out 2 weeks ago. So what?
Oh,
yeah. All right, I take it back. I didn't mean to hurt you like that.
I don't listen to other people's shit like you do.
Hey!
Right. Roman and Jey Uso defeated Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed, which I thought, we both said that, it was going to be that. You're right, fuck the predictions. It looks like Braun Breaker got injured throughout this. But he looked better on Raw. I think he's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, just a sprain.
Well, here's the thing. So there's video of them being helped up, like the stairs to the backstage area, because apparently that's the way you had to go. When he came out later, his knee was wrapped.
Yep.
Monday night, he had a suit on, and he looked like he was okay. He was also leaning against the ropes a lot.
I did see that.
So and favoring that knee. So hopefully it's not that bad.
Roman jumping over the ropes and both Braun and Braun Bronson, they were way too close, and Roman almost died.
He pulled a taker at 25. I called that out when it happened. I said he pulled a taker at 25. I ended up going. Remember, I told you I wasn't going to be live because I was going out to dinner. Yeah, I was in such a shit mood. I just decided to go ahead and pull it up on my phone and just leave it on the table while we were out to dinner. No volume. Wow. No volume.
So the missus had no idea.
Oh, she was completely aware, and she wasn't thrilled about it, and rightfully so.
Oh, okay. But that, Jesus Christ.
I spat in the face of adversity.
Wow. Well, we'll get into therapy next week. Holy shit. I can't believe that.
It wasn't just me and her. My kid was there, too, and we were still talking.
So everybody was all mad at each other. Wow. Were you out to dinner with the Fantasias?
Yeah, no.
We have new women's tag team champions in Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. We both said someone was going to turn. They did tease it a couple of times, especially when Charlotte was behind Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
But they saved each other, and I thought it was a good match. Thought the rematch on Raw was pretty decent as well.
Yeah, it was solid. I mean, these four people are good. I don't know if the Raquel Rodriguez thing is a coincidence or she's actually taking Kevin Nash's advice. I really don't know. But yeah, no, listen, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of the first match was the match to get you up. No, they didn't do anything too crazy, and the faces went over, so everybody's popping and happy. You do this one. I feel like this one was probably a little bit better of a match than the first one.
I agree.
And again, you get another pop, titles change. So
a match that for me had the wrong winner and went way too fucking short was Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. I think they just hit the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, it was. No, this match underdelivered. I have a theory on
it, man.
Yeah, I just and the whole Sammy with the pipe thing. Oh, am I going to use it? Oh, am I going to use it? Oh, what should I do? Too long. And here's the thing. I think there's again a lot of quote unquote reports. I feel like Karrion Kross is done. That's why he lost.
If he had won right there, I wouldn't. I would be like, nah, probably not. But
yeah,
the amount he keeps losing, and it sucks that they're going to do that. Look what at the end of night 2, we want Kross. We want Kross. You guys want Brock? You got him. You fucking cunt. That was Triple H.
That was a let's go Brandon.
It's 100%.
And I hate let's go Brandon.
No, I agree, but you're right.
It's what it was.
Now the other thing I will say is, can we stop saying Sammy is an underdog? When most of your matches are a win record, you're not exactly an underdog. You're a fucking just regular person at this point.
Yeah,
quit
pretty
playing
much
the underdog mode. On to Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Oh, no, wait. Was that match? That was before the main event. Let me back up. So the next match was Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. This match was like 7 minutes long or something like that. And let me tell you something. How do I know that? It's about the time it took me in the crutches to go outside, go do something, come back. And the match was over. But I heard Cargill had a pretty good performance. It was probably one of her better matches because they combined everything into like 7 minutes. It was a hard-hitting match, and that's from what everybody was telling me in the living room when I got back.
I appreciate you doing a very good job of looking at the positives of this match. I'm going to look at the negatives. I don't think either of these two can wrestle for shit.
No.
And, so there's that.
I'm not a Tiffany Stratton fan.
I am not either.
I don't like her. I've never cared for her.
Yeah. Weezy loves her.
And he loves Nia Jax.
And model girl, what's her name? Who's the one on Raw that's going to be facing Natalia? Maxine Dupree, yeah.
Yeah, because you said president of Camel.
Do you know she played Dante's girlfriend in Clerks 2? It's the really big clit.
That's not her.
It's a joke, you dumbass.
Next size up is an undersized dick, which says all sorts of weird things about you. That's one of my favorite fucking...
She doesn't have camel toe. She's got moose toe.
Meese.
Is it meese or moose? Is it the plural of... We were just talking about that movie.
I know. We got to put it in there. So anyway, on to Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. They defeat Randy Orton and Rolling Jelly. Look at Jelly played the part that he was supposed to. The celebrity that... Well, I will say, actually, they did it a little bit reverse. Normally, the celebrity doesn't start off and go that long. He went a pretty decent amount of time. I thought Randy was going to turn heel on him because he was like, all right, motherfucker, if you're not going to tag me in, go fuck yourself. But it was just to show that the celebrity can go long. Then they do the celebrity's got to go away because he was hurt, and then they bring him back only for them to lose. The Logan Paul spot with the sunglasses where it was the point of view of him doing the frog splash. Good moment. I mean, you got a hell of a pad right there in Jelly, so you were fine.
Yeah. It was a nice looking spot, I'll give you that. I feel like this was the match I was dreading the most, even more so than Stratton versus Cargill.
Yeah.
They, like you said, they did it right. Jelly did enough. I knew when they were pulling him away, he was going to try to Hulk up or something, and I think we got it backwards. The Reigns, Uso, Breaker, Bronson match, and this one, I feel like our lines were crossed. We just got it twisted and just went the other way.
Maybe if they had swapped the matches and did them, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, in the world title match, I did call it. CM Punk was going to defeat Gunther, and that Seth Rollins was going to cash in right after. So many funny things. Like, motherfucker, you let him dance and sit there with his crutches and then drop the crutches. You had 3 minutes. You could have left the ring. Like, to me, that's funny. That's the funny, silly part.
I get that. I get that. But again, you got to think about from a TV perspective, it was flawless. It was perfect,
No. I'm saying that's the silly part about it.
But I understand it. Yeah.
But how it was done, I was pissed because I called it in the room. I go, you guys just watch. And they're like, you don't even seem happy that Punk just won. I go, because Seth's coming out. I go, there's no way they're ending this pay-per-view like this. I just know it. I go, to me, it's almost a flat finish. And I'm a Punk fan. I did like tripping Gunther on the announce table where he landed on his shoulder and then his whole head was busted open.
Exactly. That was hilarious. Because Gunther turned into it. And they showed the replay like 3 times. I'm like, that didn't really hit his face at all.
But it was the Rocky IV. He is a man. He saw his blood.
Dude, but yes, that's exactly another Punk dig at Moxley.
Yep. Loved it.
Fucking fantastic. Here's the thing. Did you see what Brian Alvarez said about it?
I don't know. I will say, personally, I thought the match was just a touch too long.
I don't think it was too long. I think they dragged it out too much. I know that sounds like the same thing, but yes, I'm not trying to nitpick.
Well, it's the same thing, yes. Where how many times can you beat him the fuck down and he's almost going to get there?
It's like they purposely moved too slow at parts.
Yes, that for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That I agree with you. Yes, Brian Alvarez said the match was quote unquote atrocious.
Oh, I did see that. That's right.
No way. It was the best night of the match, or the match of the night.
Night of the match. I like that one. That's
episode
name. Anyway, all right, but how Seth did it? As soon as the music hit, I go, "Told you all." I'm like, I'm going outside. Fuck this. And I'm like, I'm going to watch this. What happens? And when he turned around, I go, "Huh, okay." And even Michael Cole goes, maybe he's just giving a reminder to Punk that he's here, right? And you heard him. He's like, hold it while you can. And then right at the right time with the next, burn it down. And he dropped them. I go, God damn it.
So beautifully done, though.
It was good.
I am pissed that Punk got a shorter title reign than Drew did.
By like 40 seconds.
By 40 seconds. But the moment was perfect. It was
extremely well done.
So perfect. And Cole's call, the ruse of the century.
Yeah, because it goes back to the heist
10 years
of the century. Yep.
After the heist of the century. Listen, I'm going full circle on the Rollins-Lynch train.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen.
Because she had one good line on Raw.
Backstage segment with Maxine Dupree.
Did you see the video of her online where she's backstage when Seth drops the crutches?
Yeah.
And she goes,
my posts were misleading. I called one of them out. I called one of them out on this show. So, yeah, you got me, Becky. Do some more heroin.
So I overall, I did like how it was done. And one of the funniest things is they go off the air with Heyman, Rollins sitting on the ground, Bronson Reed bent down. Breaker can barely fucking get down with his leg at that point. And the funniest thing someone said online that pointed out, they're like, yeah, I want to see the footage of Heyman getting up because no way he did that shit on his own.
I know, right? He just rolled out of the ring.
Just roly-polied out.
So, star rating out of 10 on the top of wrestling scale. Out of 10.
Oh, for everything.
Night one.
Okay, wow.
We don't do matches. Oh, no, just in total. Unless you want to go match by match. Just in total. Night one in total was a...
Oh, out of 1 out of 10? I'd say let's just go in total. I'd say a happy 6.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5.5, 6. But we're in the same ballpark.
But I'm doing it as a positive. I'm looking at it. Maybe it's because I was watching it with kids. They were all happy that Sami Zayn won. I'll tell you that. I was the only one who wanted Karrion Kross to win in the entire fucking room. My wife, Boko, everybody was like, no, we want Sammy.
Wheezy and Whiskey Man still don't get it when I say this guy is great. This guy is great.
Yeah.
Because it's always the heels. It's Gunther. It's Chad Gable, right? Like, oh, how can you like him? Like, because he's so perfect at what they do. Exactly. You know what I mean?
So, all right, night 2. Oh, by the way, we got to back up. Night 1. Holy shit. Cardi B should never get on a fucking mic again.
Thank God I missed that part. Well, apparently she used to drug men and steal their money.
That's why she was
shows
by Vince from a while back. Night 2, you had the World Championship match for the women's title open up, and I actually thought it was a solid match between Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, and my girl Imone won it. And I think it was the right call.
Absolutely straight. And you know, the best part was it was all three play their part. It's a typical three-way, you know, that's structured in a very specific way, and everybody gets their shit in. But the way the match ended was great because it was the story of Rhea and Io have been wrestling for a long time, and Rhea has never gotten a pin on Io. And she had the pin, and Naomi rolls her up and pulls the tights. 1, 2, 3, done. I thought it was a perfect ending.
I think Rhea Ripley is going to go back as a heel because of this thing with Io. I'm calling that out right now because on Raw, when she goes, "You will never beat me."
Yeah.
I'm like, she's going to have to go fucking mean ass
heel to do it.
Bloody Ripley. Fucking
yeah.
I'm like, that's good because I think the face part can get stale eventually. Still, she's over, but I think the heel turn, what's a heel and a face anymore anyway? You know, people cheer for what they want.
Right. I think Io would be the more beneficial heel turn, but I think it's going to be harder for Io to turn than Rhea. Io is way...
that cake.
Yeah. Sometimes you want a small piece of cake. Sometimes you want a big piece of cake. I mean, sometimes you want both. Sometimes you want the whole fucking bakery.
The TLC 6-pack ladder match, I did like that they had the Hardys and Dudleys at ringside, which is cool, and they even mentioned that they're going to face each other at TNA's Bound for Glory. And I was like, God damn this partnership. I'm loving this. And it was just cool to see them there. That's, you know, they didn't have to have a match. Wave and smile. That's what you do in WWE now. It's past your time. Cool.
And it was great because Devon goes, Devon! And he pauses and he goes, 1, 2. So the crowd could go get the tables, but then Devon goes, testify! I popped like a motherfucker when that happened.
Best part of the night was absolutely when Nathan Frazier went to go do the infamous spear spot like Edge and Jeff Hardy. But Ciampa pulled up Spider-Man it. Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done cardio, by the way, for how long he held on to that thing, too, and stayed up there.
Mm-hmm. He's a strong dude. He's fucking jacked.
Oh, yeah. Other than that, there was just a lot of... I see what you wrote here, pre-drilled holes in the tables. I did see that.
The Slim Jim tables.
Yes. Everything was just way too...
set up
to spot, well timed out, rehearsed. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like there wasn't two good things happening at the same time. Which I get you want everybody to see it, but it's not real.
It wasn't like back in the day where it was just pure madness. It was okay. We're gonna set up for this now. Everybody stage left. Okay, you're supposed to be on the second buckle. Okay, here we go. Jump. Montez did the jump from the buckle to the ladder. That was cool. To me, the best night was when Candice LeRae, or Candy LaRue as Cornette calls her, went through the ladder. I was watching with Wheezy, Whiskey Man, Mrs. Wheezy, and Mrs. ODM. And we all went, we're all looking at each other like, holy shit. And then they showed Montez Ford. And I was fucking dying. That made me like Montez Ford that much more right there. I sent you the picture. It's in the logo, I think.
Yep.
What a spot. Gargano texted the next day, in case you're wondering, no, I didn't sleep on the couch. There was no couch, or something like that. There was no couch in the hotel room.
It was it was like I said, just very well timed out. A match that I thought went way too fucking long, and I mean way too goddamn fucking long, was Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria.
Everybody
I went back and found out, man, it was like 27 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Here's the thing. I know I just ate crow the other a couple minutes ago, and I said something about I'm going to have to turn around on Becky Lynch. I'll give WWE credit. Mrs. ODM was busting my balls. I'm like, I don't fucking like Becky Lynch. She's like, you used to? I'm like, no. But I did used to like Becky Lynch. That's the only match that Mrs. ODM made sure she paid attention to. I saw an old friend of hers on Facebook who's been into wrestling a long time post that she thought that was the only good match. I see everybody praising this match. Even the interference from Bayley wasn't exciting. This match was quite possibly the worst match of the weekend, and we had Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill the night before.
100%. That match is better, again, because you put all your good stuff in 7 minutes, called it a day. This one, 27 minutes worth, they made so many botches. Bayley running at the barricade to do the knee, and then she herself flipped over the fucking barricade.
And lands head first on a bunch of chairs.
Yep, empty chairs. And the other one was Lyra slipping out of her zip tie handcuffs, having one free hand, and then putting it back and pretending like they were together the whole time. And I was like, oh, Jesus, just pretend you broke out. How cool could that be? Horrible.
This match was meant to finally give Valkyria some credit, and I don't think it worked.
No, not if she didn't win. To me, honestly, she just lost like 4 times in a row to Becky. The Steel Cage Championship match, we both called it. Solo was going to retain. Actually, I think you called Jacob Fatu winning this one. I thought this match was not that good, to be honest.
It was ass. It was ass, dude.
Yeah.
It was almost as short as the Cargill Stratton match.
The only good spot was Fatu doing the off the top of the cage. That was and that was meant to be the whole thing for the night. I would call it for that match.
It was terrible.
I think match of the night, to be honest with you, was Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles. Their callbacks, fucking Styles' kid looking like little Dirty Dom was killing me. Coming up in a lowrider, his tights, a total fucking tribute to Eddie Guerrero's.
100%. At SummerSlam.
Yep. And, dude, one of my favorite chair spots, hitting it to the ground, throwing it at the guy laying down, but then you put it on your neck and lay down too. One of my favorite spots. But then also the boot is WrestleMania 20 with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I fucking knew what it was.
But I mean, as soon as it happened, I was like, that was amazing. All of it. I go,
but it backfired
because
AJ was doing all the Eddie shit.
Yep.
Dom did the most important Eddie thing. Outstanding. Match of the night, 100%. Bro, I'm not even going to lie. Might have been match of the fucking 2 nights.
Oh, no, it was. I absolutely, and I'm a CM Punk guy, right? I think that the CM Punk Gunther fight was like watching Rocky 4, right? It's the guy having to beat the guy's ass for fucking 14 rounds before you get to 15, right? That's what that was. You got to beat the guy's ass. Good long match, but not match of the weekend. Dom and Styles killed it.
Yep.
Now, main event. John Cena turned face on SmackDown. And it was like is he face, is he not face? And I texted you and I go, this is bullshit. And you go, it's a total ruse or whatever. Or however we both,
Your ruse, a cunning attempt to trick people.
Excellent fucking call in today, man. That's awesome. And he stuck to it because everybody's like, okay, what's going to happen on night 2? And he even said, I was given an idea for TV ratings, and I was left high and dry. I almost wonder if The Rock will maybe do a match against Cena at some point before he's done, right? With that kind of call.
I was thinking about that, but the thing is, The Rock can't go anymore. He just can't do it.
No. But it had a heel tease to his entrance. It was the black opening, and you're like, well, he's coming out. And then it lit up like a fucking circus, and the crowd lost their mind.
And
which I thought was good. It was a good.
Talk to Stu again.
He did. I thought this match was a little too long itself as well. But the rising floor spot, which everybody is, seen, I think it's hysterical. Especially how he was holding him. But There was also, like, both of you willingly walked back there. Now Cody is knocked the fuck out. What did you do? Like, put some ether in his face? Like, it was... Either way, spot of the night. Spot of the match, at least. And, yeah, so we have a new champ. And then, of course, Brock Lesnar comes out. F5. What would I give? Well, I was going to say
night two?
I would give night 2 as a overall rating. I would give this one, I would say, again, probably 6.5.
I'd go a little higher than I did for night 1. So I said 5.5, 6. I'll say 6.5 for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I want to talk about is Brock Lesnar. You know what a mark I am for him when he's used properly, right? Sure. Just because he is a beast. He's a fucking freak. When his music, because I was standing there waiting, I'm like, okay, it's not just ending like this. I'm like, something is going to happen. And then I saw Cody leave, and I'm like, okay, Cena's in there, so that makes sense. And that music hit. I started freaking the fuck out. Nobody else in the room gave a shit. Nobody. Man. I'm like, I don't know what to get. And, dude, he had the fucking hat. He came, the stare down just hits an F5 and bounces. Perfect. Maybe not perfect.
That's exactly what he did when he came back in 2012. He did it to John Cena. Came in, quick F5, walked out. Same exact thing.
He doesn't need to do any more than that.
No. But that match between them will be nothing but finisher
F5s, AAAs, and what did I say? Unlimited finishers on 2K.
Exactly. Yep. And Jey Uso was drunk at the post show again.
Only reason I like him.
He's fucking hysterical. He was talking shit about how one of them did the yeet or whatever.
Right. Whiskey Man prediction: Uso's going to turn heel.
Nope. Not with the amount of merch that they're pushing. Sorry, man.
Exactly.
Now you're just scratching at the surface for shit.
Yeah.
All right. I do got to say this, man. The G1 Climax, there are only a couple of nights left in the tournament. And this is actually one of the craziest, unpredictable tournaments ever. By now, we have already figured out, usually, who our Final Four are roughly going to be. In Block A, 5 people have 8 points, and that's the lead. The rest are at 6 points. So, really anything can happen in Block A. In Block B, Konosuke Tatsuya and Ren Narita now, and Zack Sabre Jr. have 10 points. Everybody else in the entire standings has roughly 8, minus a couple who are officially eliminated. This can go any way, really, right now, but at this point, I'm thinking Konosuke is definitely going to be heading to the finals.
Called it. I am so excited for that. I am not usually that excited about New Japan stuff, but I really hope Takeshita takes the whole fucking thing.
I'm all for it. All right. Let's speed through some of this here. We got recent injury news. Obviously, we heard that Gunther is going to be out with a nose injury. That's obviously one of the reasons he dropped the title. And it's funny because they had him holding a towel over his nose, even though his cut was on his head. But, small little things. I'll take it. Last week on Raw, Nikki Bella suffered an implant injury. Nice.
She slipped a tit.
And during the kickoff on Friday for SummerSlam weekend, AJ Styles confirmed his career is winding down. This is his last SummerSlam. So I called it for everybody who's like, no, he's going to AEW. He's definitely going there. Now here's some bullshit of the week, some dynamite. Hangman retained against Moxley. Swerve is now trying to go after the unified title, the continental title, whichever
triple
one
title
it is. All of them, I guess. I don't know. He's feuding with Okada. Shelton Benjamin kicked MJF out of the Hurt Syndicate. So Owen Hart was kicked out of the Nation Domination. FTR is in the finals of the tag team title contender tournament, where I believe that the winners are going to get a title shot at Forbidden Door. And the Bucks are going to be facing Bandito, or whatever the fuck they name themselves. It's Brody King and Bandito. They're facing each other tonight on Dynamite. So probably Bucks and FTR for the 19th time in AEW. Mm-hmm. But it is funny, when the Bucks came out, Same kind of shtick with their music, but this time the nameplate that goes across the screen,
The Chiron.
just said name or talent name.
It's awesome.
And then in the stats, it
Create
said
a player
stat.
1.
Fantastic. Kip and Nick. I guess that's what we have to call them. Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne gave the worst concerto shot of all time to Christian Cage. And they showed it from like the worst angle to show that they went above his head. And then there's another angle where you could see not only they go above his head, but not even
In
touching
front.
his head, face, anything
Yeah.
in front. Oh my God. I've watched it at least 30 times now.
It is so bad.
And Kyle Felcher stabbed Cody Rhodes in the artery in a leg, I guess, and won the TNT Championship. So as I called it, AEW All In at Texas, that title win was just for that pop of the moment of the crowd that you were in Texas. 2 weeks later, and you already put the title on Felcher.
Mm-hmm. Dude, screwdriver right in the knee pad. It was
Oh, God.
so blatantly bad.
But to the side as well,
Yeah.
so it looks like it was really driven in. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, because you can't put it through clothing. It's... Anyway, on SmackDown, yeah, exactly. Los Garza retained their AAA Tag Team Championship against Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown. Psycho Clown had an awesome thing where he ripped off his mask and there was another mask right below it. Crowd lost their mind. I thought it was cool.
Awesome.
Damian Priest defeated Aleister Black by DQ. And Giulia retained the U.S. Championship against Zelina Vega. Quick thing, Zelina Vega was on Chris Van Vliet, and there's a part that he brings up, and I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you. Did you ever watch the time where she prank called Dirty Dom?
Oh, yeah. I've seen
Sounding
a
like
couple
a
people.
4-year-old kid, but she was like, anybody who eats chicken tenders have small peepees. And he's like, yo, who is this? And she's like, my mom, you want me to call? He's like, is your mom hot? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Dom.
Dude, Dom's the man. Again, one of those heels.
Stash.
I think Whiskey Man said something like, why is everybody cheering if he's supposed to be bad? I'm like, that's the whole fucking point. He's that bad. He's that
Jesus
good. I got to
Christ.
fucking explain this to you. Watch a fucking movie.
You got to read a book. You got to find new people to watch wrestling with. All right. On Raw, The Vision, I think that's finally their stable name.
Sounds like it, yeah.
So, they ran house and beat up, Punk, predictably, I knew it was going to happen, showed up to ruin the Rollins and LA Knight World title match. It was I knew it was going to happen. And then Roman coming out, I didn't think was going to happen, to be honest with you. That one was kind of shocking. And for his troubles of getting, or putting his business out there, second week of getting his shoes turned into shoe fallas.
Shula Fala.
Shula falla.
Dude, Paul Heyman's a genius.
And the way he's wearing them around the neck and everything
I
during
love
the
it.
match, dude, we were all marking out for it on Saturday night. We thought it was the funniest thing. We have 3 Americanos now. Is Chad Gable back?
Pete Dunne.
No. All right, so no, wait.
Oh, wait,
On
a
Raw,
third one.
3 happened.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't pay that close attention, bro. I'm not going to lie. I was in and out, so I just thought it was the 2.
So
I didn't realize about the third. Yeah.
so
No, I
when
remember.
one
No,
did
now
the
that you
kick,
mention it, yeah.
He went down, and we put his hand right over his pec area, and I was like, like almost protecting your arm. I'm like, is that Gable coming back? But it's going to be basically
At this point, it's Doink.
I was going to say it's the showdown that you see all the time with 4 different Spider-Men, right? All pointing at each other.
Yeah.
It's 100% what it's about to be. Exactly. I don't get it, but Rusev and Sheamus, well, pretty much, yeah. Rusev and Sheamus went to a double count-out. I dig it, but on their rubber match, the third match, you go to a count-out. To me, I think they're doing the Rusev-Cesaro thing. They're about to turn
That's
it into a tag
exact.
team.
That's why I brought it up the other fucking day. Yeah.
You're right. I'm giving it to you, and I hope so because, to be honest with you, the tag team division needs a good shot in the ass on Raw, so I think that would actually be perfect.
2 big brutes, just a wreck
Yes.
shot.
Yeah.
The problem is, so I mean, with Cesaro and Sheamus, they were at the pub and they got into a fight. What are they going to do at Rusev? Is he going to be like praying or playing video games or shopping for Minnie Mouse shirts? You know,
maybe they share Lana. So anyway, and while New Day is still in mourning for losing their tag team championships, they've been coming out in black. Loved Xavier Woods' giant fucking hat. Penta put it on, obviously. Just good comedy. I like it. Good stuff.
Shtick.
I like a good shtick. You know what? I also like a good story. And boy, do I got one for you. Let's go to the table.
Just bring it, bitch!
Oh my God!
So this past Friday, when I got out to Holly to visit the Godsons, one of them had to go to a birthday party that was at this place in Albion for a kid's birthday party, but all adults and everybody were invited as well, because it's like Radio Social in Rochester, but Albion's version. And they have like
just less teeth, more meth.
Exactly. Yeah. Like they have bowling pins, but you can play throw footballs at them, right, to knock down the pins, which was kind of a fun game, to be honest with you. All different sorts of shit.
All right.
And I see this chick, and I go, oh my God. And I turn to my wife, and I go, so remember that story I told you about, my first marriage, the maid of honor? She goes, yeah. I go, she's here. And I'm pretty sure she works here because I've seen some things online. The only way to go get a beer is you had to go through her. She was at the bar. We had to talk to her. And why this is pretty funny is during my first marriage, or before my first marriage, we had it was like a bachelorette bar crawl night with just the maid of honor and best man, which is my boy Nate. And yeah, and we all went out and hit up a couple of bars in Brockport. And on the way back, I'm driving in the back seat of my truck. I hear a belt buckle like dangling or like thrashing around, and they're both in the back seat. And I go, huh. So they were still going at it, and I go, hey man, you want to just lock up the car when you get out of it? Thanks, man. And I got out when we got back to the place, right? They come barreling into the living room, and me and my then fiance were already heading to bed. They come in there, and I hear them kind of going at it, then stopping, then going at it, and I hear her go, stop. We can't do this. All right, let's do this. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And it was going on for a while, and then I hear a knock on the door from him, and he goes, hey, man, I'm bouncing. He goes, I'm bouncing out. I go, yeah, let me walk you out, bro. So I walk out, and she just kind of she went into the bathroom or something like that, and I went out, and I go, what's up? He goes, I think I just got raped. He's like, I was like, all right, yeah, we'll stop. And then she did it, and I didn't know if I was supposed to be doing anything or not. So it was funny to us. And I'd already texted Nate as soon as I saw this bitch. And then we went to the bar to get a drink, and she then recognized who I was. I'm like, I didn't know you work here. She goes, I own the place. And I go, oh, no shit. So it was just really funny to see her. And when I said it, Hillary's like, you mean like Nate's girl? I go, yeah, well, not his girl, but like, yeah, that's the one. She's like, oh shit. It's a fucking legendary story. We all still laugh about that one. Good times.
Yeah, Nate's. I didn't meet Nate until after his crazy days ended and he stopped drinking. That was the first time I met him. And I think it was right as, because I remember he had the bottle of Mountain Dew, and you could tell he was a little antsy. But he's a good dude, man. I liked him. I remember a few times I met him. Good dude.
Great dude. Did you forget to fill in a new one, or do you just keep writing the same thing every week?
I didn't write the same thing this week. Dumbass. Maybe I did. I don't know. Did I? So we went to, obviously, we went to Wheezy's for night 2. And Wheezy told me he had the smoker going. He was going to throw some ribs on. Funny thing about me, Whiskey Man, not so much. Whiskey Man hasn't been running his smoker lately, but me and Wheezy, we shoot the shit because we always say, hey, don't matter how you do it as long as it's good. That's all that matters, right? Usually when we cook shit, him and I take different approaches, but, we have different equipment, so whatever. And he does his ribs super low, like 185. I've had them before. Good ribs. Not my style, but again, good. That's all that matters. So we get there. We're shooting the shit, getting ready to watch SummerSlam. He's like, oh, open the cooler and take a smell. So I open the cooler, smell. It smells amazing. I look in. I see ribs look like they got a nice char on, nice bark. So he's hungry. Go in. Yeah, there's that whole delay, too, where Mrs. Wheezy left to go pick something up somewhere that she had made. She had to go pick up. And then she was going to go pick up their daughter. And then the daughter starts texting, where are you? And then Wheezy had to leave, go get her, come back. It was just a whole shit show. It was fine, though. You know how that shit goes, man.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, all right, let's eat. Go in, break out the ribs. And he's like, let's see how these are. He pulls the first out. He's like, oh, no, these are fucked. And he's cutting into them. Wheezy, I love you, man. And we already talked about it. Him and I talked about it. I actually didn't bust his balls a lot about it. He's like, yeah, what are you going to do? I'm like, make them again. Yeah. Do better next time. You know what I mean? And I told him, I said, the last time I made ribs, they came out like shit. So I wasn't happy with them. So I'm right there with you, man. But, dude, they were just a little overdone. It was funny, though, because I was actually able to pull the bark off and then just eat some of the meat by picking it off. And that was good. But it was great because he probably had like 5-6 racks in there. And he's pulling them out of this cooler. And he pulls one out. And even with them being a little overdone, they had some flex to them. They were bending. Mm-hmm. You could see them. He pulled one out. It was stiff as a board. He goes, nah. And he throws it back in the cooler.
Were you dipping it in your drink like Clark on Christmas Vacation?
Probably would have been better, yeah. So I think even Whiskey Man made a good point. He's like, steam them in a steam basket and put them in chili or something. I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So,
or just let it dry out the rest of it and you got beef jerky.
You got jerky. It was pretty much jerky anyway. Love you, Wheezy. It's all right, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'm right there with you. We'll nail it next time. Redemption ribs.
Nice. Well, it's time to, as we used to do with our old bumper, get in a DeLorean. What do we become, assholes? Yep. Let's go to the wars.
Monday Night Wars! Triple H, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho. If you smell what? And The Rock. What's up with The Rock coming out here? I don't know. And his matches. Well, the match is underway. The winner of this match will meet The Rock at SummerSlam for the WWF title. First man to earn a pinfall or submission wins it. So what is The Rock doing out here? And it looks like The Rock is headed our way. What?
Well, for some reason, I feel like I'm not going to get interrupted much through this, so thank God for that anyway. We're reliving the Monday Night Wars. It's August 7th, 2000. Raw's coming from MSG. We get a recap from SmackDown. Kurt Angle's buddying up to Stephanie. Stephanie runs down Trish Stratus. Foley's stirring the pot. Stephanie, Triple H, and Angle face the Dudleys and Lita. Angle saves Stephanie, and Stephanie gets the pin. And Stephanie and Angle hug while Triple H watches from the ramp. Show opens with Rock to the ring. Promo on Shane and Benoit says Benoit can have his title shot tonight. Shane plays video from SmackDown. Rock and Benoit had a match. Shane hits a heat shot to Rock. It was a dusty finish. Video shows choke slamming Kane through a hole in the ramp. He pulled up one of the grates from the top of the ramp and choke slammed Kane through it. Shane says for the match tonight, there's going to be one stipulation, no DQ. Rock says no DQ, Shane no IQ, Benoit looking goofy with the gap in his teeth, never been on the cover of GQ, yada yada. Foley's office this week is on a golf cart. It's decorated with multiple cacti. Angle walks up, says he should be the number one contender at SummerSlam, and Foley says he'll take it under advisement. Stephanie's in the garage waiting for Triple H. He arrives in the limo. She defends herself, and he's like, not now. I need some space. Next, it's X-Pac versus Rikishi. Road Dogg's watching on the monitor in the back. They're still doing the healthy competition thing between Road Dogg and X-Pac. We get a stink face. Road Dogg is laughing. But he makes the save anyway. It's a beatdown, a schmaz. Triple H goes to see Foley. He wants the number one contender spot, and Foley says, well, somebody beat you to it, but I'll take it under advisement. Stephanie's in the locker room. Triple H storms in, still doesn't want to talk. He's kind of pissed off that Angle tried to get the number one contender spot, and Triple H says, if I see him, I'm going to kick his ass. Right to censor come to the ring. Stevie Richards runs down New York City. The Hoes are in the crowd again. The Dudleys come out. It's a match against Goodfather against and Buchanan. Richards breaks up the pin, DQ. Dudley set up the table for Richards, but Right to Censor make the save. The Hoes hop the barricade. Richards throws one of the Hoes into the ring, and the Goodfather power bombs her through a table because Attitude Era. Stephanie's with Angle. They have this awkward back and forth. Stephanie says Triple H is angry about our celebration. And you asked for number one contendership. Angle says Triple H should do sensitivity therapy. More awkwardness, and they shake hands instead of hugging. Triple H is in the locker room. A PA named Joe comes in. Says, the boys in the back, they're saying Angle is the one guy that can take you out. Just saying. We get Eddie with China and Too Cool versus TNA and Val Venus with Trish. This was a weird one. China somehow ends up in this match for a reason. She gets the pin on Val Venus, and they announce Eddie and China as the winners because Attitude Era. Joe the PA now goes to talk to Kurt Angle. Triple H is going crazy. He's disrespecting you, your medals, everything. Rumor has it is he reduced Stephanie to tears. And Angle tells Joe to get Triple H and tell him I'm going to kick his ass. So Stephanie pulls Triple H's move from last week, comes out to the ring, apologizes to Triple H. Kurt and I says, Kurt and I are just friends. You got what? No, never mind. Calls Triple H to the ring. She apologizes. I've been jealous. Triple H forgives her. The crowd boos. Stephanie says, getting back to what you said earlier, we need to talk about business. She calls Kurt Angle to the ring. Triple H freaks out. Kurt Angle says he respects Triple H's wife and their marriage. It's true. It's true. Triple H says, you may have my naive wife fooled, but I know you're full of shit. Come near my wife again, and Stephanie interrupts him. Business is business. If you really love me, shake hands with Kurt. That dumb bitch. Foley's music hits, calls it a threesome. He has video evidence from Thursday's show. It's the hug between Kurt Angle and Stephanie. He's like, oh, man, you really got a handful of Stephanie there. Books Triple H versus Kurt Angle in a number one contenders match tonight. Next, you get Benoit with Shane versus Rock. World title, no DQ. Shane gets involved throughout the match. Jericho makes the save, takes out Benoit, chases Shane off. Rock bottom, he retains. Shane goes to see Foley, pissed at Jericho. Benoit comes in, he's freaking out, Bible in hand. Foley says Jericho's going to be punished and books Jericho in the number one contender match as part of that punishment. So now it's a three-way. Taz comes to the ring, cuts a promo, calls JR a redneck scumbag. There's a person right behind Taz on the cam. The sign says, Taz is the new Brooklyn Brawler, not a ringing endorsement. JR stands up to Taz. Taz knocks JR's hat off. Taz says, I'd like to slap you in the face, but it looks like God beat me to it. Sick burn. JR slaps him. Taz laughs. Taz says, I'd love if you do it one more time. Lawler jumps in and punches him. It's a pull apart. Edge and Christian and Big Show versus Matt Hardy and the Acolytes. Show uses the title. DQ. Taker comes to the ring, cleans house. Chases Shane up the ramp on his bike. Shane does a really impressive thing where he jumps to the scaffolding. I don't know why we don't talk about that more. Show makes the save. Taker cuts him off. Taker throws Show off the stage. Triple H and Stephanie in the locker room. Jericho runs in, just starts beating the shit out of Triple H. And we come to our main event. It's Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho versus Triple H. This is for the number one contendership for the world title. Rock joins commentary. It's great because this is the first time that I realized how much The Rock sounds like Austin. It's like he knew Austin was gone and was like, I'm just going to do his accent just to make it sound like I'm The Rock or Austin. Kurt Angle and Triple H end up pinning Jericho together. We get a 3 count, but no winners announced. Triple H and Kurt Angle start shoving each other. Stephanie breaks it up. Rock says, you know what, I'll figure it out now. Goes in the ring, goes after Triple H, rock bottom, then on Angle. Stephanie slaps the Rock, rock bottom to Stephanie. Good night, folks.
After these messages,
We'll be right back.
Welcome to DeAndre's funeral services. If that motherfucker dead, we'll put him to bed. We bury everything. Goldfish, elephant, Chevy Caprice, old hoes, young hoes, Puerto Ricans, Chinese motherfuckers. Konnichiwa, nigga. We handle all celebrity funerals too. We got that racist motherfucker Hulk Hogan right now. And next week, we got Ozzy Osbourne, crazy ass. We even supply live entertainment for all of the funerals.
I am a real American. Fight for what's right.
Every funeral get a 21 gun salute. We giving that motherfucker Hulk Hogan a 21 chair salute.
It's for the Iron Sheik.
2-for-1 burial. Call me now. We even got the night granny special. That old motherfucker hanging on by a thread. You trying to get that inheritance? That'll be $5,000 plus gratuity. You know I got Mad Dog. He out there doing house calls.
Hasta luego, bitch. Y'all been in prison for like 15 years. Why the is everybody mad at Hulk Hogan? What'd he do?
We got one of them Cash Patel mother dressing up the body.
I dress your grandma. Undress him too. I see everybody naked. Everybody comes in here, I see them naked. All the Bobs in Virginia you could ever want. DeAndre pays me in Google Play gift cards, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yo, he said what? What the?
I ain't got nothing against Hulk Hogan. You can be as racist as you want to be in your own goddamn home.
Hulk Hogan's old. He forgot his nigga.
3-for-1 cremation. And we ain't got no crematorium, but I got a cousin with a smoker, and we'll blacken that ass right up. Child support payments piling up, we'll fake you down.
Tell me what you're gonna do.
Ain't nowhere to run.
When judgment comes for you.
When judgment comes for you.
I had 20 funeral services last month for folks who up on their parlay. Man, I don't give a damn. Just have my $5,000 plus gratuity.
And I'm gonna miss everybody.
And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. So long, then it's on this song.
This idea was submitted by Tony from Austin, Texas. Submit your ideas now at hiredeandre.com.
Hashtag not a sponsor. Because Attitude Era, because Nitro, because that's what we're getting. It's the go-home show for New Blood Rising. We see an SUV shown arriving earlier at Steiner with the lead pipe. He attacks the cameraman. Then we see Nash arriving earlier, and then throw Goldberg in there too. We see a mud pit. Stop that. Reverse that. A mud pit is set up. Commentary, mostly Shivani, acts like they have no clue why. Pretty sure like 2 weeks ago or last week, you mentioned that Major Guns and Miss Hancock were having a mud pit match at New Blood Rising. So, which is it? You know, you don't know? Yeah, sure. Young Dragons versus Vampiro Muda and the Demon. Then Tank Abbott comes out. There's a ladder in the ring. Abbott joins commentary. Abbott says he and 3 Count are working on a song. Kaz Hayashi tries to do a splash from the top of the ladder. Falls short, completely whiffs. The Painted Freaks win. Sting's music hits. Spawns in the ring with a bat. Cleans house, cuts a promo. Wants Goldberg, not leaving the ring till he comes out. And then Shivani says, there's something going on backstage between Nash and Goldberg. So instead of showing it, let's cut to commercial. They come back from break. It's a 3-way pull apart. Sting's still in the ring watching. I guess he's not leaving or waiting for Goldberg anymore because he just leaves. And then Scott Steiner's music hits. He comes out with the lead pipe. He says, you're going to have to figure out how to get this pipe out of your ass. You got that, boy? Again with the boy. He attacks Sting with the pipe, switches to the baseball bat, and he chokes out Sting. Cat comes to the ring. I ever tell you how much I love the Cat? He says he's taking control of the show tonight. He says, Goldberg, Nash, either one of you jackasses do anything to mess up my show, I'm not going to send you home. I'm going to send you to jail. If I send you home, you're probably going to get paid. And as for you, Big Papa Dump, you know I hate your ass. Always got that pipe like you're a big man. Going to put that pipe in the middle of the ring and put it on a pole. Naturally. And he's going to face Sting. Lance Storm comes to the ring with his 3 belts, and he wants a world title match against Booker T. Cat says, tell your Canadian fans to kiss my American ass. I want to see Booker T whip your Canadian ass tonight. So he books that match. Kidman spawns on commentary. He says he's not happy with how he's handled this Tori issue, and tonight is going to be Tori Wilson Appreciation Night. I'm sure that's going to go fine. Jindrak and O'Haire versus Chronic for the tag titles. It doesn't matter because there's a 4-way tag match at New Blood Rising for the titles, and both of these teams are in it. Palumbo and Stasiak join commentary. The Perfect Event interfere. Perfect Event, Jindrak and O'Haire team up on Chronic. Filthy Animals decide to join in, and then MIA makes the save. Outstanding. Buff is with Judy. We cut to Tori and Shane Douglas. Tori says, people came here to see me. Don't ruin Tori Appreciation Night. Douglas doesn't like it. Canyon comes in. He wants a mixed tag match. Tori says, find another bimbo. So he asks the broad, and I say asks sarcastically because he grabs her by the hair and just drags her to the ring. So apparently they're going to face Buff and Judy Bagwell. Yeah, you heard me right. The broad slaps Canyon during the match. He grabs her by the hair, brings her in the ring. At this point, 5 different things happen. Madden is screaming, do it, you know she wants it. Phrasing. And then Mean Gene, in a neck collar, sprints to the ring. Dick kicks Canyon. Shivani says, Mean Gene with his finishing maneuver. Outstanding. Blockbuster Buff gets the win. Because Russo. Speaking of Russo, next we get a Shivani interview with Russo. You probably are, most of you may be familiar with this, but it's the work shoot interview. Asks about the Bash Hogan incident. Shivani says, was it part of the script? Sure. Russo says, I can't talk about it now, but there will be a time. Oh, we know. He says, speak to the lawyers. Shivani asks why he left WWF. Russo says it's because he did such a great job he needed a new challenge. How'd that work out for you? Says he's trying to help the younger talent break through because of all the politics. He says, after 10 months of me being here, WCW is where it should be. You sure about that? Then Russo brings up wanting John Rocker in the ring at Starrcade because WCW is an Atlanta promotion, but he's from New York. Figure that one out. And then he says he doesn't care about the ratings, even though he was bragging about them earlier in this interview. Work, shoot, blah, blah. Sting vs. Steiner, lead pipe on a pole match. Why not? This time, Shivani says you win by getting the lead pipe off the pole. I think that was the last match, and that last match was this match, but whatever. It doesn't matter because Rick Steiner interferes, and it's a DQ. Nash makes the save, security breaks it up. Mike Awesome and his chick Heidi join commentary for the Lance Storm Booker T World Title match. Not your main event, by the way. Storm starts naming famous Canadian players from the CFL, but it doesn't matter. Booker retains. Jarrett sneaks and attacks Booker. Jarrett takes the Canadian flag. He and Storm brawl to the floor, and then we get a guitar shot from Jeff Jarrett to Lance Storm. I want you to remember that part because that's important. Jeff Jarrett hits a guitar shot to Lance Storm. But in the process, he also hits Heidi. It's at this point that I noticed on the commentary desk, there's a plate of donuts right in front of where Heidi was sitting. Awesome goes after Jarrett, goes back in the ring. Booker hits the bookend to Jeff Jarrett. After that, the broad is with Jeff Jarrett. Did that make you feel like a man hitting Heidi with the guitar? And he just basically does a bunch of fat jokes, cuts a promo on Awesome, and wants a match tonight. Kidman comes out for Tori Wilson Appreciation Night. He has flowers, big box of candy. Tori comes to ring. And Kidman plays footage from Tori's Sweet 16. At this point, I can't believe the things that I have to type when I'm taking notes on this show. The person playing 16-year-old Tori was an adult standing on their knees in like a fat neck suit. And just starts eating all the food with their hands, almost catches their dress on fire. Tori's appalled. Kidman drops her high school photo from the rafters, tells the crowd she'll be signing them after the show. Douglas comes in, but Kidman cuts him off. Tori comes after Kidman, and he gets very domestic dispute. He shoves her to the floor. And then Reno comes in and hits a move on Kidman. We don't know who Reno is because, again, they use Thunder as a supplemental show to actually feed into storylines in a major way where if you don't watch it, you have no fucking clue. Reno is the boyfriend of Siren, one of the Nitro girls that Kidman got into it with after the Viagra on a pole match. Reno is going to be part of Natural Born Thrillers. Yay. Major Guns and Paisley end up in the mud. They're going to have one at New Blood Rising. Well, actually, it's going to be Major Guns and Miss Hancock. But then Miss Hancock comes out, and it's a mud fight. Hooray. Mike Awesome versus Jeff Jarrett. Storm comes out towards the end of the match. This is the best part of the night. The distraction. Lance Storm causes a distraction, which allows Jeff Jarrett to use the Nux, which only got a 2 count. Jeff Jarrett just attacked Lance Storm 10 minutes ago. Storm distracts Mike Awesome again to give Jeff Jarrett the win. And then Lance Storm gets put through the announce desk. Sure. We get a segment with the Broad and Kwee-Wee. I'm not going to even bother trying. Steiner to the ring, calls out. The Steiners come out to the ring, both Rick and Scott. They call out Sting and Nash, so they have a tag match. Why didn't we know this was the main event at the beginning of the show? Like, this was just random. Goldberg gets in the ring. He dances around Sting for about 15 seconds, waits for Sting to get the pin, then spin kicks him. Goldberg and Nash square up. Scott Steiner attacks Goldberg from behind, and the show goes off the air. Good, great, fine. Top topic.
Snoochie Poochies. That's right, it's a top topic. And this one is, well, it's a universe in its own, right? And it's all from the mind of director and writer Kevin Smith. Many know him as Silent Bob, which first movie for me out of all of these series, surprisingly, it went Clerks 2, Mallrats, Clerks 1. I was a late bloomer.
I see that. We're right to Clerks 2 without seeing the first one for context. Okay.
Only because when it came out in the theaters, my girlfriend at the time really wanted to go see it. And I think I kind of scanned through Clerks 1 with her or something like that. But really, the first one I indulged in was Clerks 2, and that was a good one. It was a good one.
It was a good one.
But I'm going to let you take the reins on this one, man. You said you wanted to today, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, man, and full disclosure, you told me I hadn't seen Clerks 3, and you're like, bro, you got to see that at least. So I watched Clerks 3. I also watched the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, so I've watched every movie in the Jay and Silent Bob universe.
Okay, sweet, okay.
So I'm excited about this. You ready to go?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready, and
Let's
especially
go.
when we get to the last ones, there's a lot to dog shit on those, but, you know, we'll get there.
Well, we'll start with the opus, the magnum opus, Clerks, 1994. Real quick, Brian O'Halloran played Dante, Jeff Anderson played Randall, Marilyn Gigliotti played Veronica, and Lisa Spoonhour played Caitlin. Lisa Spoonhour, I think Clerks might have been the only movie she ever did, which would make sense because this was pretty much an indie film. This was shot in black and white. There wasn't a lot of location changes for this. It was pretty much guerrilla filmmaking. But what a fucking movie. This movie really encapsulates the 90s and that whole drab, just whatever kind of attitude of the 90s, which I'm a fucking product of. I ain't going to lie. You probably see right through that. One thing I'll bring about, just this movie, Mrs. Odium hates this movie. I don't know if she hates it, but this movie is all about dialogue. It is all about...
That's probably why, because there's no movement, no action, It's just straight
conversations,
dry humor, dialogue, yes, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And but, I mean, a lot of Tarantino shit is that way, too. Like, a lot of dialogue. So I dig it.
Oh, 100%. Guy goes to work. He gets called in. He crawls out from under a pile of his dirty laundry on the floor, sleeping on the floor. Gets called into work. Oh, no, you just need me to cover? Yeah, if you're not there by 12, I leave. And he fucking goes to work. There's gum jammed in the locks, so he can't raise the shutters. So he gets a big white sheet, gets some shoe polish, and with his hand he paints, "I assure you we're open," and puts it over the shutters. They take a break. They close the store during lunch to play hockey on the roof of the building, ball hockey, fucking as somebody who used to not do that on a roof, but played a lot of hockey. I can appreciate that.
The callback of It smells like shoe polish in here.
Exactly. Yep. And that's people keep peeking their heads in the door. You open? Yes. Yep. I'm not even supposed to be here today. He ends up working the whole
gum. The Chuli's gum guy.
Here, have some of this Chuli's gum.
You know, when you smoke, this is what your lungs look like.
Jesus Christ.
And then Veronica busts them all, which is fucking fantastic.
Yep.
She's like, let me see your credentials. And the whole give change or whatever, or here's the change or whatever. And she's like, you're not even watching? She's like, when people feel like they're being watched, they're actually honest about it.
Yep. Take change as needed. Be honest.
Yes.
So Veronica's his girlfriend, but he's got his ex-flame, Caitlin, who went away to college, yada, yada, 37 in a row, Asian design major. Was he actually Asian, or was he just an Asian design fan? But this movie's a classic. I don't need to go into it. The best thing about the first few movies is that Silent Bob has one line per movie. All right? And part of the premise with this is that Dante is with Veronica, gets pissed off that she sucked 37 dicks, and starts trying to reestablish...
But she did bring a giant fucking plate of lasagna for him to work.
Yep. But his ex, Caitlin, who was the hot chick, comes back, and he starts falling for her. And at the end, Silent Bob tells Dante, you know, there's a million fine-looking women in the world, dude. They don't bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you.
Solid. He always does have the best lines.
So there's that. And, yeah, man. So the original movie was supposed to have Dante get killed at the end.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You didn't know that?
Knew that.
You didn't know that? The original
Wow,
script Kevin Smith wrote
turn.
is that he's about to close up the store and a guy comes in and fucking robs the place and kills him.
Wow, that would have been the darkest fucking turn of a movie of all. That would have been like The Departed. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't have been seeing that coming.
Yeah, well, that movie was fine until they showed the fucking rat at the end.
Yeah. Which one?
It's a reference to... Well, yeah, there you go.
I love the... Scrappy Dog. She really likes Scrappy Dog, obviously. But then
starts
when,
listing the names of the pornos.
Yeah,
Chicks with dicks, too. Chicks with dicks that put mine to shame.
He goes, and I'm sorry, what did you want for the Scrappy Dog? But then the other one is when he goes, oh, man, I hate it when I can't rent tapes on time. What movie do you want? Blah, blah, blah. Nuh-uh, I'm getting that one. Bet you $20. If you haven't seen the movie for the first time, it's fantastic because you think Randall is just another customer waiting for a VHS tape.
He's reading
Solid.
He's reading the newspaper. They never tell you if they're any good. I don't watch movies. Well, and she turns around. She's like, what about these ones? Oh, those ones suck. These are the same movies, sir. I don't appreciate your ruse. My what? Your ruse. Your cunning attempt to trick me. I hope it feels good. There's nothing more I enjoy than pointing out the shortcomings of others. Well, this is the last time I'm going to rent here. You'll be missed. Screw you! Hey, you're not allowed to rent here anymore. Yeah!
I love the and then the guy is a dick. Hey, it doesn't cost him that much he doesn't get paid to sit around and blah blah blah. You know, he's like, he's not a rocket scientist. No, that's his nighttime job. And then he throws his fucking
Keep
keys
it up,
out.
smart guy.
Love that shit.
Yeah. Do you see any keys around here? No time for love, Dr. Jones. Oh, what a classic. What a fucking... Dude, it's probably his best movie. I think just because it
most
hit,
quotable.
Yeah, it hit. It was nothing but quotable. The whole movie is quotable because that's all it is. It's just quotes. It's outstanding. His follow-up in 1995 was Mallrats. Mm-hmm. I adore this movie so fucking much. Shannon Doherty plays Renee,
who I had the biggest fucking thing for. I was a Brenda guy. Which,
yeah, thankfully you got.
That's another part. That's the best part of the movie when she comes by later. Brody, blah, blah, they need help, and then the fat guy looks over and he goes, Brenda?
Dick.
Best fucking thing they could have done back then. That was the best. Awesome.
Oh, it was so great. Jeremy London from Dazed and Confused played T.S. Quint.
Yep.
Jason Lee plays Brody in one of my all-time favorite movie comedic characters of all time.
Oh, my God.
He's amazing. Claire Forlani played Brandy. Ben Affleck played Shannon, that asshole from the Gentleman's Club or whatever that
male.
Actually, fashionable male. Joey Lauren Adams has a tit shot in this movie. Ethan Suplee plays William, trying to see the sailboat
That's
whole time.
Who it was. William, the one that said that to Brenda.
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Makes a fucking
Great
cameo,
appearance.
and you know what a fucking nerd I am. I fucking about, yeah.
I
and
love it. Look at those two. Aren't they happy,
Happy,
and in love?
yeah.
And he's like,
What's your thing?
Let me ask you, what did you think about this thing? Oh, man, but love is really where it's at.
He has a really unhealthy obsession with superheroes' dicks. And Michael Rooker played Svenning, the stink palm.
The father
stink palm
of Brandy.
Of Brandy, yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
Who is also in Cliffhanger. He's in, he's, what's the guy?
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yondu.
Yeah.
I'm Mary
Yondu,
Poppins,
you,
y'all. Yeah, fuck yeah.
So,
Michael Rooker's
man.
amazing. Yeah, so good.
This one's a good one. This one, quote-wise.
Fly, fat ass, fly!
I was going to say, you and I do the, if you ever hear us say, Mean Gene is on the ramp again. It's that kid is on the escalator again.
Quick, a kid got stuck in the escalator. They all just look. So Silent Bob's line in this one is, and there's the whole point in the beginning when they meet, when you first see Jay and Silent Bob in this movie, Silent Bob's trying to do the Jedi mind trick. He's got a cigarette in his hand. He's trying to get it to move using the Force. Keeps knocking it out of his hand, and then fucking Jay does the fucking Wolverine snoochie boochie snoogins ching 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 ching. He's like, he's doing his adamantium gloves. Dude, they reference like NHL 95 on Sega Genesis, the Hartford Whalers. Dude, this movie is just fucking great.
That only happens like once every...
Exactly. Fucking Brody talks about getting a blowjob and farting while his girlfriend's blowing him. But Silent Bob...
The basis of our relationship is that arm that's stuck under the pillow while you're trying...
Silent Bob's line in this one is you got to be kind of a Star Wars nerd to get it. Because there's a point where like he's trying to get a VHS tape that he dropped, and he's reaching for it, and he's trying to use the Force. And William's pissed off because he still hasn't seen the sailboat, and like he starts banging his head against the scaffolding, and that causes the tape to jump up where Silent Bob can get it and put it in the VCR.
Yeah, jump up, which is a very funny thing.
Right. But his line is, adventure, excitement, a Jedi craves not these things. Fucking outstanding. Fucking outstanding. So, yeah, basically, it's these two guys having girl problems. They go to the mall because that's what you did back then. You went to the mall. It's all the interactions, all the stores. Jay and Silent Bob beat the shit out of the Easter Bunny because after Brody gets his ass beat by Shannon, he tells him it was the Easter Bunny, so Jay and Silent Bob beat the shit out of the Easter Bunny. Brody's...
Oh, my God. Brody's... when he's on the dating show,
I've got it.
where they took over
the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, so where they took over, they got these two guys really high, and
Gil
then
Hicks
when the
is
security comes by.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
Well, when the two other guys come, he goes, that one punched that guy, and this one hit or jerk him off or whatever. Fucking, and then he goes, whatever.
Whatever.
And Dante Hicks is Gale Hicks.
Gil Hicks. Yeah, it's the same guy. Yep. It's Brian O'Halloran.
Just no goatee.
Yeah.
And fucking Brody is fantastic throughout the whole thing. Like, just saying certain things. And he's like, Whoopi. You mean like
Whoopi.
sex?
Like, what sound when you make... No, this is my favorite part. He goes... I don't know.
It's kind of a personal thing. You can't... When it's, what sounds would you make during it? And he goes...
It's so great.
But then the cousin story.
I've got it right here. I've got it right here,
This
word
is
for word.
My favorite thing.
There's two of them. There's one that starts the movie. Oh, we'll finish with that one. But the dating game, he goes, But one time, my cousin Walter jerked off in public once. True story. He was on a plane in New Mexico when all of a sudden the hydraulics went. The plane started spinning around, going out of control, so he decides it's all over and whips it out and starts beating it right there. So all the other passengers take a cue from him, and they start whipping it out and beating it like mad. So all the passengers are beating off, plummeting to their certain doom, when all of a sudden, snap. The hydraulics kick back in, the plane rights itself, and it lands safely, and everybody puts their pieces or whatever, away. And, well, did he come or not? Jesus Christ, man! Some things you just don't talk about in public.
I was raising my hand. I was going to do the Gail Hicks part. Because everybody's dead silent for like 10 seconds. And he goes, well, did they come or not?
But the one he starts, same way, same cadence, same style of storytelling. To open the movie, this is the first line of dialogue in the movie. One time my cousin Walter got this cat stuck up his ass. True story. He bought it at our local mall, so the whole fiasco wound up on the news. It was embarrassing for my relatives and all, but next week he did it again. Different cat, same results, complete with another trip to the emergency room. So I run into him a week later in the mall, and he's buying another cat, and I say to him, Jesus, Walt, what are you doing? You know you're just going to get this cat stuck up your ass, too. Why don't you knock it off? And he said to me, Brody, how the hell else am I supposed to get the dribble out? My cousin was a weird guy.
He takes the movie. He's the best part, honestly.
This made me fall in love with Jason Lee. He's very Ryan Reynolds-esque. He's very Chevy Chase-esque. He's got great delivery. He's just fucking funny. He's straight and the funny man at the same time.
Yep.
So, anything else on Mallrats? Fantastic. Another movie. Go watch it if you haven't. Rewatch it if you haven't.
Move on. Next one.
Chasing Amy. 1997. He went a little serious with this one. Kept the same sense of humor. Basically based off Joy Lauren Adams, who plays Alyssa, the female protagonist in this story. Ben Affleck plays Holden McNeil. And Jason Lee plays Banky, a different Jason Lee character. More to that later.
Yep.
Basically, Holden McNeil is a comic book writer, and he wrote a comic book called Blunt Man and Chronic, based off Jay and Silent Bob. And it's just, that's his gig, and Banky is his roommate and his best friend, and he meets Alyssa. Alyssa is a lesbian, though. But Holden falls in love. And it's that relationship. Now, Kevin Smith has, after the fact, said that this is about Kevin Smith's relationship with Joey Lauren Adams.
Correct. Which you told me last week.
So there you go. So there's I've got 4 different quotes.
Okay.
We'll start with Silent Bob's line, because keep in mind, the last 2 movies, Silent Bob's had 1 line in each movie. This is the most he spoke, because he doesn't just say a line, he tells a fucking story. And what a fucking great story it is.
I'm like, please don't read the whole thing for us. That's a long fucking story.
Oh, you don't want me to read it all? Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I'm like, that's a long one, but all right.
Well, it's basically the whole idea of chasing Amy is that he had a hard time reconciling his girlfriend's previous life. And it bothered him so much he couldn't maintain a relationship. But by the time he figured it out, it was too late. She moved on, and all I had to show it for it was some foolish pride, which gave way to regret. She was the girl, I know that now, but I pushed her away, so I've spent every day since then chasing Amy. That's the story. Which is fucking...
And I think that calls back in... I think it's the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I think
it is. They meet Holden. They meet Holden at the end, and dude, Affleck as Holden McNeil in the reboot.
Yeah,
what a fucking great performance.
But that's when he goes, and I just spend my days chasing Amy, which is his daughter. It was a great little line. I thought it was well done.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Way to jump ahead.
Oh well, you know.
But okay, so I do have some quotes. I've got to do it. One for certain reasons and one for the other reason. Banky and Holden are having a conversation. And Banky's pissed at Holden for chasing this lesbian. You're wasting your time. So Banky gives him an argument. Banky says, all right, see this? There's a four-way road. Dead center, crisp, new $100 bill. At the end of each of these streets are four people. A male affectionate, easy to get along with, non-political agenda lesbian. Down here, we have a man-hating, angry as fuck, agenda of rage, bitter dyke. Over here, we got Santa Claus, and up here, we got Easter Bunny. Which one's going to get to the $100 bill first? Holden's fighting it. And Holden, who is it? Holden says the man-hating dyke. Banky says, good. Why? Holden says, I don't know. Banky goes, because the other three are figments of your fucking imagination. But Alyssa, I remember those guys used to come to my house every day after school. They'd bug my sisters, look through my dad's closet for porno tapes, raid the fridge. They really took advantage of my parents never being home. This one day, Rick pulled his dick out and started chasing me around the house with it. Right in front of Cohee, man. I couldn't believe it. Holden. Rick pulled his dick out? Really? What'd you do? Alyssa. I blew him while Cohee fucked me! That's why we called her finger cuffs.
Such a good fucking scene. That and the other scene where they're sitting in the swing set, and he's like, yeah, but I mean, how much, I mean, when it's different for a girl with a finger, and then she's like showing how you can put basically like a whole fucking fist right in there. He's like,
introduced a whole new generation of fisting.
Yeah, not much for me on this one. Yep.
All right, that's fine. Not one of your favorites. It's a low key.
Same with the next one.
It's a low key good one. Next one, Dogma, 1999. I fucking adore this movie so much on multiple levels. As an atheist, as a Kevin Smith fan, as a child of the 90s. Ben Affleck plays Bartleby, an angel cast out from heaven into purgatory. Matt Damon, Loki. You all should be familiar with that. Also another angel cast out into purgatory. Linda Fiorentino played Bethany, the protagonist. George Carlin plays a cardinal, a Catholic cardinal.
Yep.
Jason Lee plays Azrael, one of Hell's devils. Chris Rock plays Rufus. Selma Hayek plays Serendipity. Alanis Morissette plays God. And motherfucking Alan Rickman plays Metatron, the voice of God. Outstanding. Right there. One of my favorite lines. And I use this for Jackie all the time because, oh, God, kayfabe, pal. Mrs. ODM.
Yeah.
She'll throw me looks sometimes, and I can see her looking at me without looking at her. I can tell she's just staring at me. Ben Affleck had a great line in this. He goes, because Matt Damon's staring at him, and he goes, will you stop leering at me like that? People are going to think we just broke up. Fucking outstanding. Silent Bob's line in this movie, there's a segment where they throw the cast out angels off the train, and Silent Bob throws Matt Damon off the train, a moving train. Yep. Somebody walks by and he looks at him and he goes, no ticket. Shout out to Indiana Jones.
Yep.
But I've got one good line, and it's the beginning of the movie. Again, it's the opening of the movie. Kevin Smith knows how to draw you in. It's Matt Damon as a cast-out angel from heaven having a conversation with the nun. The nun has no idea that he's a cast-out angel. He's just stuck in an airport. And the nun says, let me get this straight. You don't believe in God because of Alice in Wonderland? And Loki says, no, Through the Looking Glass, the poem, The Walrus and the Carpenter. That's an indictment of organized religion. The walrus, with his girth and good nature, obviously represents either Buddha, or with his tusks, the Hindu elephant god Ganesh. That takes care of your Eastern religions. The carpenter, obvious reference to Jesus, represents the Western religions. Now in the poem, what do? They dupe all these oysters into following them and proceed to shuck and devour the helpless creatures in mass. I don't know what that says to you, but to me it says, following these faiths based on mythological figures ensures the destructions of one inner beings. Organized religion destroys who we are by inhibiting our actions, by inhibiting our decisions, out of fear, out of some intangible parent figure who says, shakes a finger at us and from 1,000 years ago and says, do it and I'll fucking spank you. And it just goes, he goes, yeah, take this money you've been collecting for your parish, go get yourself a nice dress, fix yourself up, find some man, find some woman that you can connect with, even for a moment. Because that's all there really is, sister. It's a series of moments. Why don't you seize yours? And he turns around and Bartleby's there. He's like, I don't get this about you. You know for a fact there's a God. You've been in his presence. He's spoken to you personally, yet I heard you just claim to be an atheist. Fucking fantastic. Fucking fantastic. That whole movie, though, Jason Lee, everybody plays their part. It's fucking fantastic. Jay and Silent Bob, 2001. Carrie Fisher plays a nun. George Carlin plays a hitchhiker. Shannon Elizabeth plays Justice, who there's the scene with Bad Medicine where he has to make out with Shannon Elizabeth. And I've read that this was a true thing. They're making out in like this dream sequence. And he like puts his hand on her tit and she just fucking grabs his hand and is like, nope. It's fucking great. Mark Hamill plays Cockknocker, a comic book character from Chronic and Bluntman.
Chronic and Bluntman, yeah.
Jennifer Schwalbach-Smith plays Missy, who is Kevin Smith's wife. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Schwalbach-Smith is Kevin Smith's wife. Not the first time we're going to see her. Silent Bob's line. There's one point where Silent Bob is trying to pantomime to Jay. Hey, over there. And Jay just freaks out. He's like, what are you trying to say? Just say it already. And Silent Bob goes, the sign on the back of the car said Critters of Hollywood, you dumb fuck.
That is the best time. I love that one. I forgot. That's the one where he loses his fucking mind.
Oh,
and this
that's
great. There's one more chick, and I never get her name right.
Eliza Dushku. God
Yes.
damn. God
Yes.
damn.
And Allie Larder. All of them in that crew.
Sissy, Missy, Prissy, and Justice. Fucked up the naming.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck. Yeah, man. The pet name for
Which
Justice.
is fantastic. Yep. But the clit meaning something completely different.
The Country Liberation International of
Terrorist.
It was something. They basically like duped him into talking about the clit. He's like, oh yeah, I grab it like this, yeah, and I put it on my nose, yeah.
And then when he's miming it, all of a sudden there's a dick, and he does like a dick. He's like, no, not that.
Oh,
it's a good one. This isn't one of their more quotable ones. This is actually a good story.
It's a lot of callbacks, a lot of characters from all the other movies, basically.
Well,
Holden McNeil's in it. Brody's in it.
So, End of Mallrats, they are telling you how everybody's ending up and how.
Oh, that's where they play Suzanne by Weezer.
Yep, but they show Susanna Monkey, and they show Jay and Silent Bob walking away.
Yep.
And in this movie is where you get this. You get this monkey.
It's Suzanne. Yep.
It was. I like this one.
Yep. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. It was funny. Just a lot of callbacks, bringing back old characters and shit. Speaking of bringing back old characters, you got Clerks 2006. Rosario Dawson joins as Becky. You have Kevin Smith's wife as Emma, who is Dante's fiance at the time. And we bring in Trevor Furman as Elias. I'm just going to bring up Silent Bob's line. They're in prison. They're in jail together with Dante and Randall. And Jay's like, it's your line, man. And Silent Bob's like, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
That's his line.
Come on, you fucking tubby lard of shit. Come on. I like when they start fighting in jail and he goes, steel cage match.
I'm not going to bring up a lot of quotes here. I'm going to bring up some of my favorite points because this movie was fantastic.
There's too much to quote in this, to be honest with you. That's how good it is.
The giant clit thing, which we've brought up a million times, Maxine Dupree, shout out. You never go ass to mouth.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites actually is the hey Jay, yo, what are you doing up there? You gonna jump? If you're gonna jump, let me take a crack at that pussy. Let me find out.
Jay does the Silence of the Lambs thing with Buffalo Bill. He does Goodbye Horses.
Yep, with the chapstick
Would
and everything.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
That'd fuck me hard.
Randall goes on a rant about porch monkeys. Wanda Sykes
Lord of
flips
the
her
Rings,
shit. Lord of the Rings,
Star Wars.
My favorite part, because you know I'm a Star Wars guy. Nothing against Lord of the Rings, but here's the first movie, walks. Here's the second movie, walks, trips. Third movie, walks, throws the ring in. Goodbye. Frodo straight up bricks on Bilbo's face. Now that's an Academy Award-winning ending.
Oh, shit.
Jason Lee's character, they called him Pickle Fucker.
Pickle Fucker.
Sick burn. Pussy Troll.
The $15, little man.
Put that shit in my hand. If you don't, you know me. Oh, that jungle love.
That's Morris Day in the fucking time. I love the whole. Did you know Jesus was a Jew? Yeah. And that's where what's his name comes back. The guy that was staring at the sailboat. He's actually buying.
William. Yep.
Yeah, right there. This one, I mean, the whole fucking the donkey show.
Oh,
Elias
God.
in the corner. I'm sorry, Jesus, while he's jerking off. Everything is so fucking. It's just this movie was off the fucking wall.
It
everywhere.
was.
It was hysterical.
I miss my donkey. The best part was
Sexy Sadie or whatever.
So the whole idea is they're in jail, and the whole thing is Randall's been contemplating his life and what a failure he is, and he hasn't done anything important. And Randall tells Dante, let's buy the quick stock. That's where all our memories are. Right. That's the only thing we've ever done. And Jay and Silent Bob are like, yeah, we got the money to help you front, but you got to let us smoke weed out there all the time. And it ends with them running the quick stop right back at Clerks 1. But it's great because they pan out, and you see the milkmaid again.
The milkmaid again.
The milkmaid checking all the dates. She's pulling out all the milk. That's Kevin Smith's mom.
Oh no shit.
Yep.
Nice
so it was a great callback. You got the Jay and Silent Bob Ruby 2019. Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's daughter. Huh?
You said the Rubeat. It's a reboot.
Okay. Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's daughter, plays Millie, who is actually in the movie it's Jay's illegitimate child with Justice.
Yep.
And
he goes, boo boo kitty fuck. She goes, you remember.
You remembered. she plays just as vapid a character. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite part of this entire movie is Jericho playing a Klansman.
Yep. And that's where Kevin Smith comes in and does the Glenn Ross speech.
Always
like, what
be
you guys are talking about.
Always be ducking.
You put that down. You call yourself a Klansman? He did the whole fucking thing.
You know
it was
what?
Great. I love it.
The problem is you're all fucking fired.
So that's the only time he talks in this one. That was his
multiple.
Speech,
no, he had a couple other quick lines.
Oh, okay.
He plays himself in this movie.
Oh, that's right, he does.
Yep. They discuss reboots versus remakes, which that's a whole different topic.
Yes.
But this movie was nothing but making fun of themselves for doing a reboot while openly discussing it, and just a bunch of callbacks and cameos. Was it a good movie? No, but I'll tell you something. I laughed my ass off through most of this movie because I am a fan of this universe. So for me, in the feels, loved it.
So let's cap it off with the final one, Clerks 3.
Clerks 3, 2022. I'm not going to lie to you. This movie was fucking depressing as hell. I didn't like the ending because I walked away depressed, not smiling. It's one thing to be depressed because you saw something.
Stop right now. If you guys are listening and you haven't watched Clerks 3 and you don't want to have spoilers, skip ahead about 60 seconds, okay? All right, I'm going to say that right now. Okay.
This wasn't planes, trains, and automobiles depressing, right?
Right.
It wasn't. This was a great story, and it's over, and I feel like I want more, but I can't, and that's okay. Depressing. It was just depressing.
But
Silent Bob.
The fucking movie theater scene killed me. That's what I'm trying to say before someone comes back in the 60 seconds. What the fuck? As soon as it happened, I go, oh, and I was like, wow, and it already starts with Rosario dead.
And you know, right, exactly. Silent Bob's line in this one mostly is that he's the director of photography. He talks about the light, and he's like, oh, I only shoot this in black and white. Just super meta. Yeah. Loved it. The best part about this movie was seeing them reshoot the scenes from the fucking first movie.
Yep.
That was everything. That's
people
the only,
auditioning for
outstanding.
those scenes.
And they got everybody back.
Yes.
They got everybody back. It was outstanding, except for the one who I told you apparently only did the one movie. Now, here's the thing. I watched Clerks 3 before I watched the reboot. Millie was at a funeral. I'll say a funeral.
Yes.
And I didn't know who the fuck it was. And at the end of the movie, they pan out just like they do at the end of Clerks 2.
Yeah.
And Millie is the milkmaid, but it's oat milk, and she's checking all the dates. Dude, I think that's what killed me the most, the way they ended it. And again, I'm not going to give too much away, but the way they ended it, I walked away. I was like, I got to do something. I can't end my, like, I got to go somewhere up from here because it was fucking, it got me in the feels.
It is.
It got me in the feels.
I wasn't ready for it either, but best thing in the entire movie. We are butt thieves. What's a butt thief? And they bring that back a couple times, and at the funeral, Millie says that to Jay. She goes, "What's a butt thief?"
What's a butt thief?
It was awesome. The universe is awesome, man. I dig it. It's again, all the movies in their own right are really fucking good. I mean, there's not a bad one. Clerks 3 is just depressing, like you said.
It is very depressing.
Well, good job on this topic, man. Next week, we're going to get a little more into the feels. Next week, we're going to be talking about what got us into wrestling. What was the first thing we remember? Obviously, you know, for me, it was the Mega Powers exploding, but what was the first thing that really, really got me into it, right? What drew me into wrestling? And I'm wondering the same thing for you. We're going to get into that next week. Plus, hey, it's a pay-per-view-less week for real life, thank God, because 2 in 1 weekend was enough for me.
But we got New Blood Rising for the Roars.
Oh, that's right. Can't wait. Well, I am the Professor. He is ODM. I bid you a farewell. He, much like Kevin Smith, is going to leave you with his final thoughts.
Thanks, Professor. Wheezy, need you to watch my dog. I'll holla at you.
This is how we send messages to each other now? Why don't you just open the window and scream down the fucking block?
Hey, Mo, get down from there!
The Top of Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by The Top of Wrestling Podcast. Your hosts are the Professor Mark Fantasia and ODM, the Doc Joe Rizzo. Feel free to reach out to the show by email at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com, on their Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. You can listen to the show on most popular platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube. Without your continued support, it would be just some guys talking wrestling, which is pretty much what it is anyway. Good night, folks.
I'll tell you, it's a fucking dream editing now.
I bet.
That we have the kinks all worked out, dude. Last week, I did have a drink while doing it, and I was like, I don't have to pay attention tonight.
Yeah, right. This is easy.
Bring it to the table. Monday Night Wars. Top.
I should do this. I should do the same thing that you did with Audacity. Just have a pre-fucking bumpers filled in.
Yeah, so whatever, just put the commercial in there, because like I said, is it Wheezy that says after these messages?
Mm-hmm.
He, in the original one, was so fucking loud that
I know.
It peaks levels every time, so I had to adjust it a lot, and then I was like, forgetting that I was adjusting it, and I go, you know what? Let's make a template of one that's already lowered, and I don't have to do this weekly.
Yep, absolutely. No, good idea. Yeah, the first time we recorded, he didn't getting too close to the mic. Like, he just kept going back here, and I was way too loud. And then the next time I was a little more dialed in, but he got too loud. He's still not used to the idea of a microphone.
Well,
you need to get him one of those fucking, like, the fucking sports announcers where you just see it looks like a mole on their cheek.
Where it tapes right to your face. You had to use them in musicals. When I was in the school musical.
Yeah, I'm not gay.
Tape it like right to. All right, school plays.
That's a little better.
Gay? Gay? Hey, I kissed a couple of different girls on stage just from being in those school plays.
Were they playing girls or were they actually girls?
Laurence Olivier was one of the classic actors of all time, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
say something. Say something, you sloppy bitch.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
I can't wait.
All right. I got to be done by, like...
All right, let's go.
5:40
Come on.
if we can.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right.